Many cases of animals and suffering necessitate human intervention, and even rescue alleviates many of our emotions. Let's have a look at the various cases of rescues. In this video, the dog is having difficulties walking. When the rescue crew arrives, it collapses, shaking and pleading for assistance. They must administer a pain reliever and cordially return to treat it. And this dog has been discovered lying in the rain, unable to stand on its hind legs and terrified. It can now walk like any other dog. After all of the attempts to save it, a sorrowful expression sends out a distress signal. The rescue crew must approach and rescue the victim safely in the middle of a fast-flowing river. Fortunately, the dog heals. Thanks to prompt medical attention and prompt action, the dog steps on molten asphalt and is rendered immobile. To get it out, rescuers will need to employ an excavator. The dog is successfully recovered after several hours of hard effort, scraping the asphalt. A family of dogs has been caught for days in a sewer on the street. Due to the cold weather and snow on the road, the rescue squad arrives promptly after receiving the call and simply removes the mother dog from the situation. Despite repeated calls, the dogs still cringe and refuse to come out, possibly because they are afraid. They gently pull all of the dogs into the car. Once they have gotten them all out, people come upon a severely injured dog on the side of the road. All four of its legs appear to be paralyzed. It has been deprived of required nutrients for a long time, which is the reason for the situation at hand. It is able to walk on its own, thanks to rehabilitation and dietary supplementation. For days, these puppies have been stuck in the asphalt. Except for one eye, they are completely hidden. The asphalt pressure makes it difficult for them to breathe. They must delicately remove bits of asphalt without harming them throughout the 3-hour rescue. It's wonderful that the puppies have been spotted and treated in a timely manner. Look at these puppies' imploring eyes. They have been abandoned in this little hole for days. Because the crater is so small, the rescue team would have to expand it and find every possible means to bring them out. These puppies, thankfully, are unharmed. This dog is in serious trouble. The rescue team arrived quickly and carried the dog to safety. It is sent to a medical center to be cleaned and given particular attention. Finally, after a few weeks of treatment, the results show that the dog is entirely well. What is happening? Why is the mother dog so happy to see people? The rescue squad discovers the newborn puppies buried. After removing many layers of dirt, they take each puppy out one by one. They are, after all, safe and sound with their first droplets of breast milk. This dog gets stuck in a deep well full of trash. It is possible that it will drown, so the rescue squad must act quickly. This dog is successfully lifted up, thanks to the efforts of several individuals. Garbage poses a significant threat to marine life, as well as humans. We, more than anybody else, must take steps to protect the ocean from plastic pollution. This seal becomes entangled in the massive fishing net. People use sticks to hold its head and then take off the net. To avoid damage, it gladly returns to the big ocean. After being freed, this man uses a specialized net to catch the seal. Both of them would have to put in a lot of effort to keep it under control. Then, they remove the plastic rope from the animal's body with pliers and release it back into the wild. It's fortunate that the ropes weren't hurting. Rescuers are struggling to locate the seals entangled in the net. One of them is wearing a fishing net around its neck. To cut through the net, they must pin its head down. Fortunately, the nets do not harm it. It's very moving to see it look back gratefully, joyously returning to the water. This second seal, on the other hand, is not so fortunate. The net tightens around its neck, causing serious incisions. To avoid injuring the animal, the rescue squad must be very cautious. When cutting the ropes, it would have suffered till it died if it wasn't discovered in time. It's possible that the turtle has mistaken this plastic net for food. The rescue crew is also able to open its mouth and pull out a 30-centimeter long net, as well as other foreign items. After several minutes of struggle, a rope becomes entangled in the turtle's neck, strangling it and causing a long-lasting wound. This wound is quite large, as can be observed. Finally, the turtle is free to swim in the ocean and no longer suffers with a large plastic tail. This turtle is swimming unusually fast. As a result, newcomers can easily catch it. The net is double the size of the turtle. As can be seen, it is entirely free to swim. When it returns to the water, the villagers capture a turtle entirely engulfed in a net. The turtle's body suggests that it has been imprisoned in the net for a long period. Fortunately for the turtle, it encounters some helpful people who assisted in breaking free from the net. A turtle with various parasitic fungus on its body is discovered by this man. This fungi can make it difficult to move, itch, or decrease one's lifespan. Before putting the turtle back into the wild, he carefully removes the parasite fungus and completely cleans it. Volunteers are assisting the turtle in escaping from a plastic rope that is 1 meter long. They gently remove the rope out of the turtle's jaws while holding it with a towel. Hopefully, it won't mix up plastic waste with meals next time. A turtle has been spotted, wedged between the rocks by tourists. A fishing net is wrapped around its right leg, and the plastic bottle is close to it. They can only remove the net with their hands because they don't have any tools. They spend a long time kneeling on the ground before cleaning up the mess. The turtle can now go back to sea. During a fight, these two deers are trapped by their horns, and despite their efforts, they are unable to release themselves. Staff must intercede. They put on protective gloves, delicately remove the horns, and set them free. This monkey is climbing the incorrect wire and is knocked out. Fortunately, it regains awareness thanks to people's first aid. It is cared for, and once it is well, it is released back into the wild. When enormous creatures like elephants are stuck, it might take days if not weeks to free them. To pull the mother and baby elephants caught in the swamp to the shore, the rescue crew must utilize rope and big excavators. This camel collapses by the side of the road owing to a serious lack of water and the loss of strength. It is so frail that it can no longer stand. When nice people notice this, they provide it with water to drink. It's excruciatingly terrible to watch it meticulously drink every drop of water. In the freezing snow, an elk is buried. The rescue squad needs to employ helicopter to lift the animal out of the deep snow. They tie a rope to the animal's body and slowly pull it up before releasing it back into the wild. This young bear is trapped in the jungle and panics when it encounters people. One person uses a towel to immobilize, while the other one carefully removes the trap. It rushes deep into the forest after being freed, despite the fact that its leg is still damaged. This man saves a monkey from a group of dogs, but the monkey dies as a result of the ordeal. He tries to use CPR to save her life. Right away, he is admirable in that he does not hesitate to use his mouth directly. Finally, a miracle occurs and the monkey resurrects. This deer falls into the fast-flowing water and tries, but fails to get out. What luck that a man happens to come across the sea. He waits for the deer to come to him, hoping to get it on shore so it can return home. This is how a stranded elephant is rescued. They enlarge the trench using an excavator and add water to dilute the content. The rope it's next tried on the elephant's body. They need the might of 5 men to get it to the edge. This deer is in a similar predicament. While seeking for nourishment, it stumbles onto a quagmire. Tourists band together to assist in escaping. They fight for a long time, since the swamp is exceedingly slippery. The deer is also aware that humans are attempting to assist it. It is quite cooperative and does not plan to attack. Thus, I'm not sure how this calf managed to get its head into such a small space. The tree trunk must be cut with an axe by the owner to avoid injuring the animal. These blows must be accurate and delicate. The calf also flees after a few hours. This buffalo gets lost and stuck in an area that is being renovated, and the man is using his body as a platform for the animal to step on in order for it to escape the quagmire. It's commendable while walking. The horse slips and falls into the muddy. To draw the horse out of the swamp, the farmers in the region use a tractor and a rope tied to the horse's body. Thankfully, their efforts pay off, and the horse avoids the fatal trap. While roaming around the farm, this cow gets stuck in the swing. It tries for hours to get out, but is unsuccessful. Because the owner is worried about injuring itself, he must climb up the tree and then discover a means to slowly untie the rope to free it. Animals are very vulnerable. Love and protect them.